This is Blair with the Badass Records podcast, welcoming you in for another episode. I am pleased to share that this week's guest is Hanna Nicole. She is a model, an influencer, an entrepreneur, and the brand manager for HXF Apparel. You can find Hanna on Instagram at HANNN.NICCC. 3 N's, 3 C's there. That's han.nick. The HXF Apparel handle on the gram is at hxf.apparel. What else? Lavish Picnics KC, another Instagram handle for you to check out regarding Hanna's business. And her website is Hanna Nicole Model, HANNNICOLEMODEL.caviar.site, KAVYER, where you can find her portfolio, bio, contact info, and all that jazz. In a perfect world, episodes of this podcast air on Thursdays, where you stream or download. If you're into listening, if you want to view it, it's on YouTube. It all lives on the website, which is badassrecordspodcast.com. Socials for the pod are Twitter and Instagram. If you need to hit me up, it's badassrecordspodcast@gmail.com. That's all I got for you this week. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoy the show. So what did we say? Okay, now the shit's like out of view. So I think in a perfect world, this will wind up being episode number 176, Badass Records podcast. Hanna Nicole.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Sharing some time with me on a Saturday. Okay. Model, influencer, entrepreneur, and the recently appointed brand manager for HXF Apparel. Health by fitness, health times fitness, which is HXF Apparel at HXF Apparel on Instagram. You are Han Nick, 3 N's and 3 C's with a period in the middle, right?
Yeah.
On Instagram. Let's see, Lavish Picnics. And then you've got this fascinating website, HANNANicoleModel.caviar.site, which has portfolio, bio, contact info, etc. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about Lavish
I
Picnics.
do a lot. Yeah, I do that and True Scope.
True Scope?
Yeah.
What's that?
Notary and home inspection.
Okay. Yes.
Lavish Picnics. Yeah, we do pop-up picnics around Kansas City and event planning.
Okay.
Event planning. Yeah.
Nice. How long has that been around?
We just started it.
Okay.
And then it was winter, so it's kind of hard to do pop-up picnics here in Kansas City in the wintertime.
Who's the we?
Her name is Sloan. We met in high school.
Okay.
Well, middle school. I think actually we met. She might have been in high school. She's a couple years older than I am. But yeah, we've been friends for a really long time.
Cool. And where did the idea come from?
Honestly, it's just something that we love. I love decorating in general. It's something that I'm kind of good at it. Like I always,
Nice.
I love like interior design. I love that stuff. So I feel like in another life I could have been an interior designer.
Sure.
But yeah, she just had a massive wedding last year. Like,
What was the guest count? Do you know?
Oh gosh, 250, 300 people.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Where?
I cannot remember the name of the location.
Locally, somewhere here? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too far away. But yeah, she had all this stuff, and I'm just good at it, and she likes it too, and we've been friends forever. And she's like, we should just do this. I think, we had a friend up in Texas. She does it in Texas, so that's kind of where Sloan got the idea from.
Okay.
And I was like, I think we could do it. So we did. We just kind of started making it happen.
So pop-up events, picnics.
Mm-hmm. Like birthday parties,
Sure.
Movie night in your backyard.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
So where is it online life? Does it have an Instagram or a website?
Yeah, we're working on that right now.
Okay.
I know. We did. We had a website, but I think I want to just link it through Instagram so people can just book through there because it's way easier to do that than
Like
having
through
a website.
your page or her page?
We have an Instagram for it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's Lavish Picnics KC.
Okay. All no underscores or anything like that?
I know. I think it's all together. Lavish
Okay.
Picnics KC.
Very cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So, in your Instagram bio, link tree, and right at the top is a Voyage KC article.
Oh yeah.
And interesting stuff. Was that done via email? Was it live? How did that?
No. Well, she emailed me and then I filled out questions.
Okay.
I was like a link that I filled out. It had a bunch of questions and I answered them all and
Okay.
sent them back.
Who's
then
she?
They sent me a proof. Why do you ask?
I was just curious. I have, right.
Stephanie. Her name was Stephanie.
Stephanie. Okay. I love writing.
Oh.
But point being, I've had a few blog projects. I've written for a few different publications, and so whenever I see something that I didn't know about before that's in that lane, I'm like, oh, what's this?
Oh yeah. Her name was Stephanie Hernandez.
Okay. Did she just find you on Instagram? Or?
Well, no. She reached out to me saying that someone recommended me for a Hidden Gems article in Kansas City.
Okay.
So yeah, someone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea of taking on a project like that is appealing to me.
It's
so
this is the email that she originally sent me. But I had seen some other people post, like I had seen Devin do an article with them before, and then Devin is the girl who owns HealthX Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was cool, and it's if she's running, is she running that by herself? Or?
No, she said she's just part of the editorial team.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, it was interesting.
Because I think I spoke to 2 different people at one
Oh, did
point.
you? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, in there, I learned that you're born and raised KC, right?
Yeah.
And so you mentioned that, but then later there was something about like coming from a small town.
Yeah, I'm from Peculiar.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I graduated from Ray-Pec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad lives in Pleasant Hills still.
Okay.
My mom actually just sold our childhood home that we grew up in.
My dad have an uncle and aunt that live in Republic. It's by Springfield.
Okay.
But to get there, it's a mostly South 71, and you are on like Farm Road
Straight.
PP and what.
Yeah.
But you go through Peculiar, and my dad always used to love to tell the story of how that town got its name.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know it?
I feel like I've heard it, but you'll have to refresh my memory.
So they basically, the short version
It's
is
just a really peculiar town.
they submitted names like 2 or 3 times, and they came back and said it's already taken. I don't know, to submit your town name to the state.
I have no
so
idea,
the
I'm
state
sure.
comes back and says sorry, already taken, and it happens like a second time and a third time, and the state person is like, dude, like you're gonna have to come up with something really peculiar.
Oh.
And they were like,
And they're like, that's the name. Great.
yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. My dad went to high school there and graduated from there and everything.
Okay.
My
Cool.
grandparents and great-grandparents, aunt and uncles, we all grew up on the same street.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
My
trip.
dad owns a construction company here in Kansas City, so
Okay.
him and my grandpa built homes, so
Nice.
they all just built their homes, yeah.
Cool. And you're the oldest of 5.
Yeah.
Shouts out to oldest. I got
Yeah.
3 younger sisters.
Yeah. Nice.
So, any idea how your folks initially connected?
I'm pretty sure they met at a bar
Okay. Out there?
in Lee Summit.
In Lee Summit.
Yeah, my
Okay.
mom lived in Lee Summit. So my mom is from Bethany. Do you know where Bethany, Missouri is at up north?
I think, yes.
She's from there, but she lived in Lee Summit because I think she went to college in Warrensburg.
Okay.
And then I don't know why. I don't know what brought her out to Lee Summit. I don't know. Maybe her job or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think they ended up meeting at a bar. And yeah, they built that house. And then I was born in '98.
Okay. when you're being raised by them, are they putting on music to listen to in the home when you guys are kids?
Yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, yes, and I wasn't even thinking about that now that you bring it up. Yeah, I feel like my dad always used to listen to like the Beastie Boys.
Really?
Yes.
Your dad's like my age,
Yes.
or younger maybe.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys, interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else come to mind?
Yeah, George Strait, like a lot of country music. I
Okay.
listen to a lot of country music.
Okay. What about mom?
My mom, I don't remember much about my mom listening to music. Me and her, we used to listen to a lot of Dixie Chicks together.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
I remember always listening to that stuff with her in the car.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that. That's good.
So, the stuff that whoever's raising us is listening to when we're young, and then here's fully adulted us with our own tape. But I'm always interested in that sort of first step down the path to carving out your own taste. So not something necessarily that mom and dad listened to, and not anything that you shared with me from your awesome playlist. But is there an artist or an album or a song that really sort of first wiggled your antenna as a young person that made you...
Oh my gosh, my first favorite song ever was Happy Birthday. I'm like not even joking. I know it's so crazy to say that, but that was my favorite song. That
Really?
And the song by, Say My Name by Destiny's Child.
Okay, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
But I used to go around the house singing Happy Birthday.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't know why.
Did you see any concerts as a young person? Do you have a first concert memory?
Oh
Or
my gosh, I loved Britney Spears and NSYNC, and I did. Well, I thought I saw them. My grandma and mom told me I saw them, but come to find out they were lip singing and they just were impersonating them. I was so little. I was really young, and it was at the
Okay.
state fair.
Sedalia?
No, up in Bethany.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Northwest Missouri State Fair.
Gotcha.
I thought it was real, and it wasn't. But I was so young, I didn't know.
Sure.
But it seemed real, so
Yeah.
I say I saw them.
That's funny. So the article also talked about this lifelong love or interest in beauty products, fashion,
Oh yeah,
etc.
right out of high school, I went to cosmetology school.
Really?
Yeah, I did hair for a few years.
Okay.
I randomly just decided to join the military.
Where's cosmetology
I
school?
went to Paul Mitchell. I was off 95th and Antioch
Okay.
in Overland Park.
Okay. And how long are you doing that?
How long did I do hair? Only a couple years.
Okay.
I think 2 or 3.
And then the military.
Yeah, I just needed to get out of Kansas City, and I was like, let's do it. So I just went in, took my ASVAB, and
What's that? What's some kind of entrance exam or?
yeah, so your ASVAB is a test that you take, and you get a score, and from that score, it determines what jobs you can get
Oh,
in the
okay.
military. And I had a list of jobs, and I was like, well, which one leaves the soonest? I picked a parachute rigger. I went home, and I told my mom I was leaving in August.
I mean, were there other get me out of Kansas City options that you considered, or was it just that?
I don't know. It was just that.
Okay. Where did that come from? Do you have family that served, or?
No, my brother had gone into the Marines for a little bit, but he didn't make it through basic training. This is the same one that lives with me now.
Okay. Okay.
No, I just did it. He had done it, and I was like, well, that's smart. I don't know. I just thought it was a smart idea. And that's how I ended up going to Italy. So I did
Okay.
a tour over there.
Parachute rigger.
I packed parachutes
Did you jump?
all the time.
I jumped once, tandem, of course, from 9,000 feet before you were born in 1994. And it was terrifying.
Yes, it is terrifying.
A
Yeah.
whole lot of things leading up to, like, the plane wasn't there, and the pilot was late.
Oh.
And then when we finally got going, it was just, you attach at the 4 points, but loose,
Yeah.
getting in the plane. And then you're just, like, sitting in somebody's lap. And the door was just this
Yeah.
black roll.
Yeah.
Like-
And it just goes up.
No, I mean, what I don't remember. But
Oh, yeah.
I went first. And so he scooted his butt to the edge of the plane. And now, of course, the 4 points are tight. So I was literally just dangling between his legs out the side of the plane. And I didn't know this until after we hit the ground, but we talked about doing the positioning and how long you have. You have an altimeter, and so do they. And if you don't pull yours by X, then they're going to pull theirs. And so he jumped, and I just remember trying to get air in my lungs for what felt like the first half of the fall so that I could scream.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm out in Colorado, so it's like mountains, plain, mountains, plain. I'm trying to scream. And then what brought me back online was him screaming, pull. And then he was like, fuck, this kid is,
not going to pull it.
Yeah,
not
well,
pulling it.
so we landed, and he was like looking at me all weird. I'm like, what, dude? And he's like, dude, as soon as I leapt, you grabbed both of my ass cheeks, and just, that's where I was like, oh, you couldn't wait till my friends walked away to tell that story. Cool, thanks.
Oh my gosh,
But
that's funny.
it was a blast. There's a really.
I've never jumped with somebody else. I've never gone you went skydiving,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I've never gone like that before.
So there was 4 of us, and it was actually a really weird situation where these 2 dudes bought a hotel and has a restaurant and a bar in it, and one's kind of doing the hotel and one's kind of doing the restaurant and bar, and the hotel dude wants to like sink the other dude so he can take over fully. So I have this group of friends there. Hey, we're gonna go skydiving, and it's $200 a piece, and which it's a lot of money today, but back in 1994 when I was 19, like coming up with $200 was impossible. So I couldn't go, and I was really bummed. And then the dude that was trying to out the other dude, he was like, it was for a Friday night dinner service. I was serving, and he was like, if I pay you $200, will you not come to work tomorrow night? And I was like, that's super shady, but yes, because then I can go skydiving.
Yeah.
And so the 4 of us go, everybody's standing, and so 2 went, like me and a friend and the tandems, and then the other 2 had to wait, and then they, come get them, and they go up. So the other 2 that waited were all in the field where we landed.
On the drop zone.
And one of them, like...
recorded it?
Well, no,
took a picture?
just took like a candid shot of me, like pulling my hair back over my ear and just kind of coming back to reality. It's a really cool shot. But I was talking to my kids about this not too terribly long ago, and they were like, would you do it again? And I was like, are you out of your mind? Like, that is...
Would you?
No.
No?
No way. Just because, like...
He's like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Because... no, like at 19, I wasn't worried about anything. I didn't have anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
And now it's
I feel
like,
that. Yeah, now I do.
I need my glasses to drive in the dark.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I feel that.
I would love to, it's not that I don't leave the house at night, but it would be nice to have all my stuff done and be home by dark.
I feel that.
Anyway, so how many times did you...
Have I jumped? I would say probably like 12, 15 times.
Okay.
12 to 15 times. I did. So in airborne school, you need 5 jumps to complete airborne school. And on my very, very, very first jump, my dumbass, there is a creek that runs through the drop zone that they specifically say, like, slip. They call it slipping. Like, when you pull the risers to slip away, you are supposed to miss it. And I landed straight in the water. Hurt myself, hurt my ankle,
dang.
Yeah, so I ended up getting 7 jumps alone in airborne school.
Okay.
And then I had surgery twice on both my feet overseas. I, lost the feeling in my toes.
What?
Yeah, I have nerve damage from my combat boots being too small.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How...
I had these things on the back of my Achilles,
How early did you know they were too small?
Oh, in the beginning, but I just didn't say anything because you just don't.
But being a pussy.
I know, people always ask that, you didn't think to tell them. Of course I thought to tell them, but I just didn't say shit. I just kept it pushing,
Wow.
And by the time, I got to airborne school and I told them, and they were going to kick me out. My job required, I had to graduate airborne school because when you go to AIT, my schooling, I jumped with my own chute. So I had to be able to jump in order to graduate school. They're going to kick me out because I needed airborne school. So I was like, okay, so I'll just wait till I get into AIT. And then AIT COVID happened. And I just was stuck there. They wouldn't do anything for me in AIT. So I just waited till I got to my duty station. And I had surgery twice over there
On their
in
dime?
Europe. Oh yeah, I didn't pay for any of it.
Okay.
It was done by Italian doctors, but
Interesting.
yeah, it was very interesting. Nobody spoke English.
Yeah.
Like I had a translator the whole time. The process. I did not get like physical therapy done. I didn't know I was supposed to have physical therapy done on my first one. Nobody said anything, so yeah, it was a mess. But
Wow.
we figured it out, so it's good.
Um,
I got out on disability. It's the whole reason I got out of the
oh,
military.
okay. So did I see that you were in for 4 years, or?
Yeah, I served my whole contract, but I just like when I got out, I claimed like the surgeries that had been done and like the jumps and stuff, and they gave me money for it.
Okay. Many years ago, honeymooning in Costa Rica, there was talk of red tide. Are you familiar with this?
Mm-mm.
Red tide is like a way for the sea to purge itself of impurities, not like the whole thing, but just in pockets. So that you shouldn't eat seafood, and you honestly get in the water at your own risk, because it's like bacteria. I don't know what. Anyway, I was like, whatever. So took a surf lesson, which was super fun. Mm-hmm. Didn't go very far out, but I
wanted to do that.
But I did. I got up my first time.
Oh, fun!
And I don't know if I got up again after that, but
yeah.
But I'll brag about that.
First one.
And I just kept feeling, as I'm paddling, it's like, is it the wetsuit? Am I hitting the board? But I felt like I was chafing my inner arms and legs. Anyway, get back to the room, and I take my shirt off, and I am like neck to waist covered in a rash.
Oh no!
Covered.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, oh my God, is it on my back? Yeah, it's fucking. So I got on a bus and went to the pharmacy. Mm-hmm. I've been fluent in Spanish for a lot of my life. And so there's plenty of English speaking folks down there, but blah, blah, blah. They're like, go to the pharmacy. And I'm like, the pharmacy? And they're like, yeah, they'll give you a shot down there. I'm like, all right. And I took some laundry, stopped at the laundromat, started a load, hit the pharmacy, and they're like, you got to go to the other pharmacy. That's where they have that medicine today. And I was like, take a bus over to this place, and they're like, you need to go see a doctor.
You're like, you need to go to the hospital.
And I was like, okay, where do I go? And they're like, you go to this place. It's going to look really weird. It's like a big, giant house with a huge gated, it doesn't look like the place.
Hospital.
Yeah. And so I get there, and I went up and pressed the buzzer or whatever, and there were 2 people in there in this whole big giant place. And it was a dude and a lady, and the dude was the nurse and the lady was the doctor. So the dude checked me in, and they put me in this room, and everything was gross and rusty.
Ew.
The thing with the IV bag was just rusty. The drop seal was yeah, the at least all of the things that they were using.
This is so sketchy.
All the things they were using were fine. They were taking them out of sealed bags and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. But anyway, the doctor finally comes in, and she is an absolute smoke show. So I'm like, oh, and so we're talking in Spanish, and she was like, so have you ever, the shot that they were talking about will act fast, but you should also take something orally. And I was, if you really want to tackle this quickly and efficiently, I was like, yeah, let's do both. And so she's telling me in Spanish, she's like, so when I give you the shot, you're going to have an itch like you've never had before in your entire life.
Okay.
And I was like, well, that's pretty random. And I was like, where? And she tells me, and I was like, I don't know what that means. And she tries all these other different ways to tell me, and she could have just pointed. But anyway, she gives me the shot, and I was like, oh, your asshole. He immediately wicked intense.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Something about them.
Did the rash go away?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good.
it did. But immediately, I just this really powerful, intense need to itch your asshole.
Oh my God, weird.
So I said, I was like, oh, and I said a slang version of it, and she started laughing. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. But it was weird that definitely being in the medical environment in a different country.
Yeah.
It was an odd experience.
I did not speak Italian, so it was a little harder for me. I'm just looking around What the hell? Is somebody going to tell me what they're saying?
Okay, so you have this interest as a young person, and then you go to cosmetology school. You're in the services. What's life look like when you get back?
Oh gosh. I feel like the transition from military back to civilian life is extremely hard.
I
It was
can't imagine.
it was hard, yeah. And I told you I got out on disability,
Yeah.
so I got my disability for a couple months and I'm not sure what happened. Something happened with my paperwork and so it didn't get filed properly. I don't know. They sent me a letter in the mail. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just thought it was spam because I was like, I'm not active duty. This paperwork kept telling me like you've returned to active duty. That's what the paperwork kept saying. I'm like, no, I didn't. So I would just throw it away, like, whatever. Well, no, that's not what you do. I should have read it because they took my disability away from me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they turned it into collections. They were like, you owe us all that money back that they had been paying me since I'd been out. I'm like, what is going on? I'm not active duty. I'm back home. Like, where am I at? Like, I'm confused. So finally, 3-4 months later, I got a lump sum of the money back. They back paid me and it was fine. But it was hard for the first couple months because you go from having your health insurance paid for,
Yeah.
you have your housing paid for, your utilities, like all of that. And I didn't live on base. I lived off base in a house. So it was like I had a normal life over there. And then I came back here and...
Where'd you go
What?
to live when you came back?
So when I first moved back, I had a good friend that I was friends with in high school that I moved in with for a little bit, just till I could get on my feet. And then that's when I moved into Overland.
Oh, okay.
The apartment in Overland
This
Park.
is still kind of recent then.
Yeah, I just moved back in May of 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was tough for sure, but I feel like as for the modeling, it kind of just took off out of nowhere and it's been booming like ever since.
That's I got that gist from the article.
It's moving really quickly for sure.
So looking back to what did the article say? As a young person, you were into like fashion and beauty and
always. America's Next Top Model.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So looking back at that version of you, and then now,
it all makes sense to me, kind of.
How so?
What do you mean?
What all makes sense?
Like
the path,
the industry that I'm in.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And just the influencing work and everything. I've always kind of been into social media, and I've always been into runway and stuff like that. And that's like just yesterday I did a fashion show.
Right.
Now I'm working with brands, and I do a lot of that stuff. I'm always doing stuff with med spas and.
Med spas. Mm-hmm. What's a med spa?
Like filler and Botox and facials.
Do you do that stuff for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, sometimes you see a person that does that stuff, and the initial thought is, you should not have done that.
You should not have done that. Yeah. Right. No, I feel like it's pretty natural. Pretty natural.
Okay.
Like, I don't have any makeup on or anything, but like, you know.
So, but the whatever appeal for you as a young person to this lane or this career or whatever, does it does make, you said it all kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
No like big surprise or
well, the surprise would be the military for sure. I did that just to prove to myself I feel like that I could do it.
Okay.
You know?
Interesting.
Not a lot of people thought I could. They look at me and they're like, oh my God, she's so girly. Like, there's no way she just slept out in the field for 29 days and didn't shower and shit and peed outside. Like, it was terrible. It was not fun. It was freezing. It was the winter in Germany and it's cold. I lived outside the whole time. We didn't have porta potties. Like, people didn't think I could do it, but I did. So I proved to myself. I feel like when I set my mind to something, I'm going to finish it.
Cool.
That's how I am, for sure. But as for the modeling and, like, how this stuff is going, I'm not really surprised about that. The fitness stuff, I've always been into fitness. I actually lost a lot of weight when I moved home. I don't know if in Italy if I was eating too much pizza and pasta and wine, and like when I moved home I quit drinking, so that probably helped.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I lost a lot of weight. So yeah, I feel like.
So you're stationed in Italy, but you're spending time in Germany?
Yeah, we always for some reason would go to the fields in Germany. There was a lot of like abandoned World War II bases over there that they would use for training purposes.
Oh. So, okay.
And I was also in the Army, but I was stationed on an Air Force base. So
interesting.
I was an extension to the 173rd in Vicenza, but I was stationed in Aviano, which was an Air Force base, where the flight line was. We had to be where the flight line was with the parachutes.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
wow. So, you know, the modeling thing is really booming, as
Yeah.
you say, right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
is that is it a lot of social media connections where
I
some?
feel like yes, that's how
Okay,
it all started. Yeah.
okay,
Back before I left, I worked with a photographer like right out of high school. Just he was a friend or whatever. And when I moved back, he had asked to do a photo shoot with me. And from that one photo shoot, posting those just on Instagram led to another photographer reaching out. And then I found pages on Facebook that were like Kansas City photographer, models, videographers that I joined those groups and started posting. Like I built my portfolio and
yeah,
I would post that stuff and I would have photographers reach out to me. And then I did a branding thing for like a jewelry store. So
okay,
like people found me that way and they
yeah,
started reaching out to me.
and
Same with the med spas and stuff like that. They found me on Instagram.
nice. So I mean, I live very far from that world, so
Yeah.
pardon my
You're fine.
naivete.
Yeah, you're good.
But I mean, so if somebody, and not necessarily your friend that did the initial one, but if somebody reaches out to you and says they would like to do a shoot, I mean,
It
that's a,
depends. I do a lot of research first before I would ever shoot with a photographer, and I've also had a lot of learning lessons and experiences through this whole process for sure.
okay.
There's no guide to. No
Of
one tells you
course
how to
not.
do this.
Yeah.
Like no one.
Page 17 in the manual.
Yeah, there is no guide. So I kind of went into this blind. I didn't know anything. I had no idea what I was doing. Like
Okay.
I didn't plan on like finding a modeling agency or something. Like my parents didn't grow up putting me in pageants and all that. Like I
Yeah.
had no idea what I was doing. So of course I definitely learned my lesson. You know.
So you have gone to an agency now at this point?
No. I
Okay.
just am by myself.
But
now.
I mean, but when folks reach, okay, so somebody reaches out,
Yeah.
you do your research, you think it's a good fit, and you want to go through with it.
Yeah.
Is it are they always paid situation?
No, so sometimes I'll do them for free. If it just kind of I think depends. I used to do them all for free in order to build my portfolio.
Sure.
Like I had to build, different photo shoots.
Yeah.
But now most of the time, most of my photo shoots I do now are all paid.
Okay.
But like the ones I will do for my brand, like the fitness apparel.
Yeah.
Obviously, no, she doesn't pay me for all those because I get paid a salary from her.
Yeah.
So it's different. But that stuff I'll do for free. But
Okay.
all these other ones, no. Because it's very time consuming and it gets expensive.
Yeah.
So,
So when you are
They're all
initially doing all of these free, and then you arrive at the spot where you're like, I need to start.
Yeah.
How did that feel? The first person you said,
at first I felt horrible. I felt horrible asking people for money. I just was like, oh, no, like I can't. But I don't feel bad about it anymore.
Sure.
Because I've got myself to a point where I've
Yeah.
worked my ass off to get
Yeah.
there. And the quality of my photos and my reputation matters. So if you don't align with that, then it's just not going to work
Okay.
out. And it is, and it also weeds out the weirdos because there are a lot of weirdos out there
that are actual photographers?
of course,
And-
and all the these 18-year-old girls, are right out of high school or in college and have no idea what they're doing. Photographers will take advantage of that, 100%, 100%. Yeah. So when you start telling photographers that you charge hourly, then they don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
And that's how you
Yeah.
okay, well then you're not worth my time.
Yeah.
Because that's weird. You're not gonna. What do I get out of this? Just
Yeah.
photos of myself,
Yeah.
and what are you doing with
I got-
them afterwards?
I got plenty of, oh, wow.
You
yeah.
know, like that's real shit to
Yeah,
think about.
yeah,
People are kind of creepy nowadays.
Oh, yeah, for
so
sure,
You
for
never
sure.
know.
So you said along the way you've learned a thing or two. What are an example, one or two examples of things that were like, holy shit, this is bananas.
I shot with a photographer and never got the photos.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yep, nope, we're done. I'm like, this is not cool. Yeah, never got my photos. He kept saying
Digital?
he'd send them, and he never would.
Was this digital or like
On
old-
his like a camera, like
Okay.
an actual camera, but I leave the photo shoot, and sometimes it takes photographers a while to upload the photos
course.
and then edit them and then send them to you. But I never got them from him. Or like recently, we went to collab with a photographer. That was what the deal was, the collab, and then afterwards they were like, "This isn't what I envisioned," and I'm like, "Well, I'm confused. I sent all of the outfits prior. You liked them. We were good. Now you're telling me you don't like them. Then they threatened to not send the photos." And I'm like, that's not really how it works, though. You still have to send them, even if that isn't what you envisioned. You should have said that prior, too,
Yeah.
not afterwards.
Yeah. So the first person that never sent them, and how do you?
I blocked them.
Okay.
I'm over it.
And-
It is what it is
okay.
at this point. I'm not going to waste my time. Lessons learned.
Yeah.
People, you sign contracts.
And then
people need to legally. We need to sign contracts for sure. They need to be signed by the photographer and the model.
So even if somebody signs and then all of a sudden they're acting a different way, what do you?
I mean,
will you
what are you supposed to do? Sue them?
lawyer up?
Get a lawyer. Yeah, essentially, if it was like that big of a deal to me, I would think so. Yeah, and I feel like they take it a lot more seriously when there's something in writing.
Yeah.
They can't just take advantage of
Right.
it like that. But I also would say to reach out to other local models or like go on their page and see models that they've worked with and reach out to those models and be like, hey, how did your photo shoot go with this person? Because that was my first learning curve there too. I had a friend of mine now, and she was like, you need to reach out to us before like you just go start shooting with all these people. She's like, because he's weird. She's like, I never got my photos from him. And I was
The
like,
same person?
Same person.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, oh, well, lesson learned. Now I know.
I mean, how do you do that multiple times and not have word get around?
I know. Because, like, I guess I didn't say it verbally. I didn't post it. Like, let people know. Because then, like, how am I supposed to go about that publicly and post about them? I don't know. It's just very...
Yeah.
It's very... I don't know.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to find it happy? I don't want to go on social media and talk shit on somebody, but at the same time, like...
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
But
also it's... I don't want that to happen to somebody else.
Right.
So if they reach out to me, of course, I've told people, like...
So what happened in this scenario where the person said, this isn't what we envisioned? Did you resolve it?
They ended up sending a few of them, yeah, and we just will no longer work together because that's bizarre to me.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a little weird, and I should have known, though. There was always red flags beforehand, too. So I should have known. There was red flags.
It's crazy. I... like I said in the beginning, it's like family, friends, restaurant people. And then at some point, really the huge majority of folks are strangers when I open the door.
Yeah, of course.
And when I started to get into that lane, I'm reaching out to all these people that I've never met before. Mm-hmm. And of course, everybody's different.
Yeah.
The way that folks react and the way they think and so on and so forth. But always it's been in the back of my mind, like this is... it's an interesting ask at the very least to say, will you come to my home and come down to my basement studio?
Yeah,
and
of course.
Some folks are just, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Most folks are totally fine with it. What I never considered was the other way around, where now I have this person in my house that I wish was not here.
Oh, yeah.
And the first time that happened in a serious sense, there were 176 red flags.
Oh,
and I was like, dude.
You're like, dude, why didn't I just see it? I should just
acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're 3 and 4 weeks out messaging me like 5, 6, 7 times a day, and talking about like what the relationship's going to look like on the other end of having done the episode. And
oh gosh.
And then super, so there've been a couple times where I'm like, this is a little, I mean, my kids live here half the week, and
weird.
Folks are interesting, but it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's so, and so now, and not that it's apples to apples with your situation, but if I get a little. Mm-hmm. Just a little itch of
just a little like, what?
Oh,
that was a little odd.
Get back in. Let me think about this person again before I send him a list of dates and my address.
No, for sure.
Okay, so this is really long this thing that I have to read, and it's awkward.
Oh gosh.
And so if it doesn't make sense or you don't want to speak to it, just say so.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's no big deal.
Boy. Okay.
So we were talking a little bit ago about starting this thing and watching podcasts. Mm-hmm. Are you a stand-up comedy fan at all?
No, not really.
There's a podcast. Well, there's a podcast network /family called Your Mom's House.
Okay.
And it's a husband and wife stand-up comics. They've been doing it for years, and they've launched a few other ones. They're funny. They're crass. I like their craft in the stand-up world and in the podcast world. I was watching an episode the other day, or maybe it was a clip of one, and the wife says the phrase "pretty privilege."
Okay.
And I was like, interesting. So that's the thing. Here's the long part. That's a thing that I've often thought about, and they have often talked about in terms of fame
I'm so dead. Okay.
and famous people.
Okay.
And famous people literally not knowing how to operate in real life and in the real world because they've always been insulated, or they've had folks
Like, just tell them kind of what to do.
tell them what to do, and they're sort of sheltered from the truth or reality, whatever you want to call it. But it makes me think about the fascinating layers of personality characteristics,
Okay.
and strengths and things that we value in others. Like that person's rich. Or this lady is super smart and she's an expert, and we need to have her input on the way we view the athletically gifted,
Okay.
right? Or we consider somebody philanthropic, like they do so much shit for other people. But being considered attractive seems like a whole other thing because people don't necessarily need to know anything about you. They just look at you, excuse me, and decide or have a feeling or an opinion.
Yep.
Right?
Of course. Of course.
Do you find it challenging at all to sort of turn on and off that switch and say, I'm beautiful and talented over here in this lane, but outside of that, in all of my other life avenues, I'm supposed to not act like the world. You know what I'm saying? So do you have a switch that you turn on and off, or are you just like, fuck it, I'm beautiful everywhere I go, and people have to deal with that?
Oh gosh, I guess I don't know. Wait, what do you mean?
So
what do you mean? What do you mean a switch? Like, what's the switch?
Like,
what's the off switch?
Okay, so over here in the model lane,
Yeah.
people want to work with you, right?
Yeah,
The
okay.
photographers, people that collab, whatever.
Yeah.
Publications. And that whole group of people, like, all agree on the fact that you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you get used to it, or maybe you always, maybe it was never a thing.
Yeah,
For you. So,
okay.
okay, over here, this is how people view me.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm going to go do laundry and eat some tacos
Yeah,
and
100%.
live the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But all of these other people mostly also agree with those people.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
do you operate differently?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay.
think I'm pretty much just me.
Okay.
I'm very blunt. I'm very straightforward,
Okay.
which also does tend to sometimes get me in trouble. Sometimes it can be, I am working on it, but the way I can come off sometimes can be a little too strong.
Give me an example of blunt.
Maybe the military. I will just tell you how it is.
Okay.
I mean, if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry. So I'm working on that. Maybe like a nicer approach to
Okay.
things.
Well,
I think the military is I'm very straightforward.
yeah.
A lot of times I feel like I've run into people that like to sugarcoat things or beat around the bush.
Okay.
And I'm just not like that. But I have also run into things. People will take my kindness for weakness because I am pretty, and then they think you're not smart, or they,
funny.
like they associate those with it. No, I'm actually very, very strong. I'm very independent, and you can't walk. A lot people will try to walk all over you, and then when you don't allow them to, then you're the bad person.
Okay.
You
well,
know.
that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
Or that they exist.
Yeah, no, it is, but that's just the world like we live in.
But in that like famous thing, I hate to say we see it all the time, but we have often seen situations where a celebrity or a famous person or whatever acts a certain way or does a certain thing, and you're like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, nobody told you. And then you think about, well, they don't know how to function in the normal world because their whole life they've been or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
so,
don't feel like I'm like that though.
No. Right, of course not. But when she says, when Christina on this podcast says, that she has pretty privilege, to me that means everywhere I go, I expect
people to think that.
or to like give me something for free or treat me differently
because I'm
than the
pretty.
non-attractive folks.
Yeah, no, I don't think that at all.
Okay.
I definitely think you need to work for what you have.
Okay.
I think, and that also comes from the military. Things are not handed to you, and things actually have never been handed to me my entire life.
Okay.
I've always worked very hard for everything that
Sure.
I have, you know.
But you see that, right? You see
100%.
TV, movies, real life where
Yeah,
somebody's
it's around
like,
me. I'm in that industry, you know. Of course, I see it.
That's a really good
of course,
example. Yeah.
yes, of course, you see that.
Huh.
Yeah, but I don't think that way at all. No.
So you see it, it's around you. I gotta believe that there are people that act that way and don't know it.
Oh, of course.
And then probably some
It's
that
normal to
do
them.
know it,
Yeah.
that they're acting a certain way. That anyway, it's fascinating because, like
It
I
is.
said, with the other stuff, you're like, oh man, that guy's loaded. He has more money or that person is so insanely smart. I would never be able to understand a fraction of what
Yeah.
they know, or an athlete, or somebody in the music industry or whatever. But they. Like you have to like watch that person play football or see them rap or listen to them give a lecture, but then on the attractive end of things, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's always from my perspective like that would be an interesting way to be in and outside of the work, but
Yeah. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's kind of annoying, honestly.
What's kind of annoying?
It's just I don't know. Even going to Walmart sometimes, I feel like people stare.
Yeah.
People, and it's very uncomfortable to me. I don't like going into Walmart, and I don't
Okay.
know what it is about Walmart, but people at Walmart like to stare.
Sure.
And I'm just like, geez, I asked my brother the other day, I'm like, is something wrong with me? And I was like, can you tell my pants are on backwards? He's like, no, you can't tell. I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, why are people staring at me, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it's literally just the way I look. But sometimes I don't know if it's because, do I look mad? Do I look like I have RBF? Like, or is it because I'm pretty or people?
No.
But I don't know. I mean, you know, and sometimes females get very intimidated by that. Like, girls
That's
automatically,
crazy.
they don't like you. They just don't like you because you're
Okay.
pretty. Then they meet you and they're like, oh, she's really nice. She's not that bad. Like, no, of course I'm nice. Like, I don't have any reason to be mean. You know?
So my boy, he's 11, and he is, he's the best. One of the areas that we don't see eye to eye on is how the brim of a baseball cap is to be. So I want my I would never wear that hat if I had your head because I want the whole
Thing to be on it.
Yeah, not anything sticking up. But he doesn't put it on tight. There's a bunch of bulk, and then his brim is flat, and it just makes me crazy because I lived in hats my whole life until I started shaving my head, and now it looks weird because there's no hair underneath.
hair.
It just looks weird. Like I seldom find a hat that I'm like, hell yeah, this looks good. So I'm always like, when I'll take one of his hats, I'm like, let me just fit. He's like, no, and I'm just messing with him, right? So I smiled big for two reasons when I opened the front door, because your brim is curved, and also like pulled down.
Yeah.
Which I would, if I were walking around the earth in your body, I would do that too. I would pull down.
Pull it down
and
so people don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
people
just
don't look.
a little
Yeah.
thing of privacy.
Yeah,
here.
just a little privacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Walmart's bad.
I know. But then if you wear sunglasses, people are staring at you like, why the hell are you wearing sunglasses inside, like in the airport?
Mind your business.
Oh my gosh, the airport, yeah.
Just do your shopping or get on your
Right.
plane.
Right. Sometimes most of the time I go out in public, I'll just put headphones in. And I just am in my own world and my own business. I go in there, do what I got to do, and I leave.
Are you actually listening to something?
Yeah, podcasts.
Okay.
Normally. I love true crime.
Okay.
True crime. I love it. Crime junkies,
I have-
morbid.
One of my
Dateline.
friends told me one time that when she gets on a plane, headphones and the cord is just going into her pocket, but it's not.
She's not actually listening
It's
to
not
anything.
connected to anything.
You just don't want people to talk to you.
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
No, for real.
But I mean, I think if whatever the number is, if 65% of folks might talk to you in public, and the headphones cancel out like 50% of those,
Yeah.
1,000% wearing headphones.
100%, every
all the
time.
So if you have a bunch of things on your plate, all super cool and successful, Um, if down the road, like right now, modeling's booming, but if down the road it's not, will you need to or want to replace that time and energy with a new thing, or will you just
Oh,
let the
100%. I feel like I'm always thinking about what's next.
Okay.
We're in the process of opening up a nutrition shop. Have you ever heard of Herbalife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks, we're going to the Cowboy Stadium for like an Herbalife convention.
Oh wow.
And Devin and I, the same girl who owns HealthX Fitness, have you heard of? I'm sure there's got to be one around here, but there's a bunch of nutrition shops in Kansas City, like around us, that are strictly all made with Herbalife products.
Oh
So
no.
they're just tea and shakes, and that's oh no, that's what we're getting ready to open up one of those.
No, no. Oh
stores.
no. I didn't know you
Oh,
were
you
going to
didn't
say
know?
that. No.
Oh, yeah.
I've met people that have been like Herbalife customers, and they're like fucking all about that shit.
Yeah,
And
then
then
I've
I've seen
some that are like no.
I've seen vehicles, like a delivery
Yeah,
with Herbalife. It's like an Herbalife vehicle
yeah,
transporting stuff. Those are the only two ways
yeah.
so I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So they're literally nutrition shops. They just make teas and shakes, and like I think some of them will do like their own little protein waffles or protein balls or whatever. But you open up your nutrition shop, and all of your products are made with the Herbalife products.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're in the process of doing that, but it's so hard to find a commercial space to rent,
Oh yeah.
and they're
Hell
expensive.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're in the process of that.
Yeah. So you definitely would replace the time and energy with a new thing, as opposed to letting the other things have a little more space to breathe.
Oh, I do that too. I mean,
Okay.
I'm getting ready to start up filming in a movie, which I never thought I would ever do before. I'm very shy. I don't really like. Oh, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That's kind of crazy that you agreed to do this if you consider yourself shy.
I know. Well, I've done something kind of like this once before, and it wasn't, I feel like, as professional or like set up like this. It was in a coffee shop, and it was very just like we didn't have like any of this.
Okay.
So I kind of wasn't as nervous, I mean, like
You were nervous to come here?
no,
Oh.
not really.
Oh.
Not really, but
see, I see.
the first time I ever did one, I
Yes.
didn't even know what to expect really. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe say with first photo shoot or fashion show I ever did, I feel like I like black out. Like, and then
Absolutely.
I'm just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like, but last night, like at the fashion show, it was a breeze. I felt like it was fine.
Nice.
But the first one, I could not even tell you what happened, or I went and pigeon-toed and everything. It was horrible. So, oh my gosh, yeah. I messed it all up. Learning lessons.
So I ask about that because also in the article there was mention of being a homebody.
Oh, I do not go outside. Yeah, you're not gonna find me at a club or anything like that.
But so if you have all of these things going on, like where it seems like every new thing you put on your plate is taking time from
Being at home.
homebody.
Yeah, that's why when
But-
my free time is spent at home.
But
Like, I
you-
don't go out to the club. You're not gonna
Sure.
see me. I don't drink. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
My free time is mostly spent at home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So this was a first for me in terms of when I reached out and you were like, yeah, absolutely, but I'm not sure about albums. How
Oh my
about
gosh,
songs? And I was like, songs are fine. And then you were like, I'll just make a playlist. And I was like, okay, interesting.
I can tell you had never done that before.
How?
Because just the way you responded.
Oh gosh, what did I say?
Not like it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad thing. I
Okay.
could just tell you hadn't had somebody do a playlist before. But I don't know how to pick one album
Yeah.
and be like all those songs.
So
I don't know.
one of the other
Morgan Wallen. I love Morgan Wallen. I could probably sing every song on every album he's ever made.
One of the other reasons why I went about this the way that I went about it is because I have in mom's car as a kid oldies, in dad's car it's like John Denver and Oak Ridge Boys and whatever, and then I'm a little bit older and it's like FM radio, classic rock, and I lived in that lane for a really long time. And so much so that some of those songs are like nails on a chalkboard. If I hear the opening notes from them, like, turn that, I've heard that song way too many times.
Oh, yeah.
But while I was in that, like I would hear a song on the radio, and then it's like getting on my bike and biking to the record store and buying cassettes of that artist. And I built this big library. And, start with, the radio teaches you a song or two, and oh, they've got 10 albums. I'll buy the greatest hits, and then it's like I get familiar with that, and then it's like I'm embarrassed to own a greatest hits. I'm gonna hide this over here, and now I'm gonna buy all their albums. And so I did that for a long time, and I would just like hang out in my room and read the liner notes and admire the cover art, and sometimes the lyrics were in there, and so on. It was just a fascinating experience, and it was like super. The arc of that whole the creation of the album in my mind is kind of like the 70s, because that's when like labels became really big, and dudes are like flying for their job, go to this town and go out 4 nights and go to these spots, and if you find a band or an artist, we'll sign them, and we'll pony up all this money for them to go in the studio and make a record, and fights and arguments and decisions and all this crazy stuff happens, and at the end of the day, here's my album to the world, who then decides whether or not they want to spend money to have a physical copy of it. Today is wildly different, right? Streaming songs, and a lot of artists just drop songs or singles, and so the idea of the album dying is real, in some sense. It won't, but so that's I ask folks to pick albums, and that's what I've done for 170 some. So I was like, well, okay,
oh gosh, I'll be your first.
Playlists should be. I mean, there've been some folks that just gave me a few songs, and so we talked a little bit about those songs and the albums that they came from. But the playlist was, there's personality.
Yeah.
And
tells a person. I feel like it tells a person differently
for
than
sure.
Just one. I feel like it's not as narrowed down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I very seldom make playlists because I had too much anxiety about it. Like, I want it to be every song to be amazing, and I want them to flow from song to song.
And I just make different genres.
And I don't want to have
a million playlists.
A song that the whole world has heard 80 million times on, because that's where's the whatever. So I just don't do it because whatever. But I was really excited about the idea.
Good.
I was stoked when you sent it to me. I had fun listening to it, and so in order for me to have a way to attack it, I had to have a strategy.
Okay.
So I broke it down into 4 segments.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So the segments are called Morgan Wallen Opener.
That's one of them. That's funny.
Healthy Block of Rap.
Okay.
Party Time. And then Can't Leave Outs.
That sounds about right.
All right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, Morgan Wallen Opener. We've got...
That's hilarious.
5 tracks from his record from May of this year.
How'd you find this?
What do you mean?
Wait, did I put all these on there?
The ones that you are the ones that are in blue. And yeah. So I don't know that an album that's that recent.
He just dropped an album. He just dropped one.
That one.
This one, yeah.
That one. I mean, so I was like, holy shit, this is from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I
know, like, I think every song on there.
So the album is I'm the Problem. This is fresh, like maybe the freshest ever on the podcast. Yeah. Morgan Wallen, Sneedville, Tennessee. This is 4th of 4 for him. 37 tracks, 116 minutes. 5 of the songs on this album spoke to you enough to kick this playlist off, which is a bold move, considering, in our message you were like, more like songs. And this is a big, healthy chunk from this album.
Just because this is all I've been listening to recently.
Okay, so for the last 5 years-ish, in kind of 3 phases, have had a lady friend in St. Louis. And sometimes I go there, sometimes she comes here. But oftentimes we would meet in Columbia for Saturday night. And we're not doing any of that anymore. But one night we were going to Columbia. We were meeting in Columbia, and I was by the stadiums. Like I left here and I'm approaching the stadiums, and all of a sudden, every lane is like standstill traffic.
Was it the Morgan Wallen concert?
And I was like, what the fuck? And then
I was probably there.
I got around. There was a wave, and okay, cool. And just a little bit down the road, here's more, like just standstill. And I was like, I'm on my phone, like we're stopped on 70. And I'm like, the Royals are out of town. The Chiefs aren't doing anything. Like what? And I look over at the traffic coming in from out of town as far as I can see.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
What is going on?
And so I don't remember what I did. I Googled. I was like, oh, Morgan Wallen. Interesting. And it was there were 2 nights of shows.
Yeah, he did on Friday and Saturday.
I don't remember. Anyway, so I get to St. Louis, and I'm telling her, and she's like, oh my God, like look at this, and opens up her Facebook feed, and it's like several posts of different people not related that came to Kansas City from St. Louis.
Oh, to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is
Who
this
is this
guy?
guy?
Yeah. And then
He's amazing. I love him.
not long after, I've done 4 of these. Like I went to people. I went to this family, this 5th generation farming family. They have like a little shop where all farmers bring all their stuff and they sell it, and it's cool. So I went and did one there. And the girl that I interviewed had like, I think all 3 of her albums were country. So that's the only lane we were in musically. So I was like, do you know about this Morgan Wallen guy? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what is, she's like, I'm not a fan. I was like, oh, why? And then at some point it was like, oh, he threw a chair out of a whatever, blah, 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 in Nashville. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about that. I just like his music.
So
I ain't gonna never meet him, you know?
So I didn't really, like, whenever you sent the playlist, like, I opened it and I scanned it, but nothing really registered until I went to hit play.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking opening with a Morgan Wallen song. Wow. And I was like, oh, I like this. And then it went to, and I liked, so.
Which one was it? Do you remember?
What is the first one? I Got Better.
Oh, yeah. I Got Better.
I Got Better.
Got gone.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
And then it went into Smile,
Yeah.
I think. And it was nice to see her smile, even if it was only for the camera or something like that. And I was like, fuck, I like this too.
Yeah.
And then
Those are all good.
3, 4, 5, I was like,
Yeah. You're
bro.
Like, all right, she might be onto something here.
So.
Who cares if he threw a chair?
Right, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
He was drunk, you know, shit happens.
Whatever.
He was probably pissed off. People were probably pissing him off. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm no one to judge.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. But it was just wild so now I didn't know that today was going to be the day that I was going to listen to Morgan Wallen for the first time. And
you're like,
and,
here we are.
And I enjoyed it a lot. And so where he drops this a couple months ago, how does it land in your lap?
Oh, I've been listening to Morgan Wallen for a long time.
Okay.
I mean, I just went to his concert last year. This wasn't even a thing yet. He just did this, you know, so it was different songs before then. I grew up on country music.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how I started listening to him, but honestly, all these ones I feel like were ones that he did, like his releases of little snippets on TikTok before he actually released the album. So that's how I knew most of them.
So they're more familiar than some of the other tracks too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all of them are really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Good.
I can't believe he put out a 116-minute, 37-song album.
And they're all good. It's so crazy.
Nice.
Have you listened to any of the other songs on the album?
No.
You
I mean,
haven't?
I did make it through the playlist twice. In fact, in one of the later segments, I mean, my kids like know very much what I am into, what I listen to, and probably get annoyed hearing some of it and think I'm a dork when I sing along to whatever. But I was taking my daughter somewhere, and we were in the latter portion of the playlist in the party
in the USA. No, Best of Both Worlds.
In the section of it that I called Party Time.
Party Time.
And she, like, second song, third song, she's like, Dad, what why are you listening to all these
Why are
like
you listening to these?
old
Miley Cyrus, Hannah
hits?
Montana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, somebody sent me a playlist for an episode, and she's like, whatever. Can I pick a song? I'm like, fine, fun hater. Jeez. But anyway, that was a nice treat, and I thought initially it was bold to start off with 5 tracks from the same album, but I was glad you did because they were fun tracks.
Good.
So B, healthy block of rap. Unfortunately, I think there are 14 songs in
Probably,
that,
yeah.
but I think only 12 images made my printout there
okay.
for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
Lil Durk, DJ Khaled, Dave, Moneybag Yo, Vori, Rod Wave ×2, Burga, Lil Donald, Friday, and 4, count them, 4 Polo G tracks. So in 7th grade, my cousin loaned me his copy of Eazy-E, Easy Does It. And that probably is what got me out of classic rockland, because then I'm like listening to Latrim and Too Short and NWA and Ice Cube, and I see him just, it never stopped. But there was no rap in my life before that moment. What was your
Rap was when I went overseas, I think, for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was when I really started listening to rap music.
Really?
And I didn't really put much on there yet, but I listened to a lot of like Hispanic music over there too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Bad Bunny. Spanish is pretty similar to Italian, so
Yeah.
they listen to a lot of that stuff over there. But yeah, probably when I was overseas.
Anything from overseas stand out?
Yeah, probably the Greece song, because
Okay.
I did go to Greece, and that's still to this day is my favorite place to vacation. I would go back in a heartbeat.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. Well, a lot of good variety in that section, but Rod Wave got featured a couple times, and obviously
I love Rod Wave.
Polo G. What makes those two guys special?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just like their songs. I like what they got to say,
Yeah. Okay, so no shortage of sexually explicit stuff in that section, which I've been accustomed to for many years. In fact, I was often wrestling with, I was just operating out of a dual cassette boombox in my room. I had a Walkman for when I was away from home, but I never put headphones on at home. But I always wanted it to be loud. But I definitely didn't want my mom to hear some of the stuff that I was listening to, right? But I want to turn up loud and sing blah blah blah. So no surprise to me there. What did stand out to me just a little bit is this sort of theme of declaring yourself the best. And
What songs are you talking about?
You're the best lover I've ever had, or I've got the best pussy, or I've got the best dick.
Oh gosh, that's so funny.
And
I feel like that's what a lot of rap songs are, though, in general.
so
it's kind of weird.
So here's my question. We've sort of become, as a culture, we've leaned really heavily into who's the best ever, or that's the GOAT. Just everything is the best or the greatest of all time. And is that what that is? Is this just another extension of that in our culture, where you're like,
I guess, I don't know.
I am the best at fucking, and people line up,
Gosh.
right?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. They do need to find something else to sing about, though. That's for sure. I've definitely gotten away from rap music a lot since I've been home.
Okay.
I feel like ever since I've been home, I mostly listen to country music.
Yeah.
Which is what I listened to before I had left the military, too.
Yeah.
But when I joined the military is when I started listening to more rap music. And now that I'm home, it's more country.
I don't remember, but there's one song where the dude's like, when I hit it from behind, you put your back in it, and then I get my first nut, and then I'm back in there.
Yes.
And then there's a song where a female is she's talking about her pussy, and he's like, I know she's nasty, she touches herself.
Yeah.
And so where I go with that, and I know this is not the 70s, and a lot of folks make their own music. Or maybe if you rent studio time, you bring all your crew with you. But where I go is like that female gal
singing the song.
and we're gonna do 6
never.
takes of this song, and there's 12 people standing around listening, and you're singing about how your pussy's the best.
I'd pass out. I would throw up.
Me too.
I could never.
Me too.
No, I could never. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's amazing courage.
yeah, oh, they're confident.
Yeah.
For sure. They're good at
Yeah.
what they do because, I could never. No. Could not be
Oh
me.
my God. Yeah, I mean, even if I was doing that, like, I would be terrified if it was girls and I was singing about my cock, or if it was dudes.
Yeah, well, just probably in general, even if it was girls with girls, I'd probably be a little uncomfortable. It's just
both.
weird. I don't know. Unless they're confident.
They are. So section C, party time.
Oh, yeah.
11 of the 39 songs.
Oh, yeah. And it's like my throwback songs.
It kicks off with Usher featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris, and yeah.
That song reminds me of my dad.
Do you know the Chappelle Show skit?
No.
Oh my God. Have you ever watched any Chappelle Show?
No.
Okay. So you know who Dave Chappelle is.
Mm-hmm.
And that he had a show for a long time.
Yeah.
There is, I'll send it to you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
A skit. He did more than one of them where he dresses up like Lil Jon, and he's just like in life doing things. Like one's in the airport, and he's at the desk trying to like check in or book a flight, and the lady's like, we appreciate you flying with us. Are you checking any bags today? What? and over and over again.
Gosh. That's what he's doing in the airport.
Sir, and he's dressed up as Lil Jon.
Oh
so he's
my
got
gosh.
like gold teeth and long hair, and pulling his dreads out of the way to like expose his ear. I'm trying to ask you if you're checking any bags. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Is this your first time flying with us? Yeah. It is so goddamn funny.
That's funny. I need to see that.
Yeah.
I need to say that to my dad. That song reminds me of him.
So, Morgan Wallen through the rap, and then we get into and I'm driving. The first time, actually maybe both times. But anyway, so we kind of I'm not looking, right? So I don't know what's coming next. And so when the last sort of rap song plays, and then those opening to this song, I was like, oh my God, I gotta find out if she knows about that skit.
That's so funny.
But
you'll have to send it to me when you find it.
So a couple dudes in the rap game that fascinate me are 50 Cent and Lil Wayne, and Ludacris is on that list too. He just seems super awesome. Do you know much about him?
Mm-mm.
No. I've definitely seen a TikTok or two of him, and I'm like, I would fucking totally hang out with that dude for like a whole day.
Yeah.
And just shoot the shit. He just seems really sharp. Let's see. We go on in the midst of the party time. We have some hip hop, like kind of night out, clubby kind of. But then we spill into this lane of ladies.
Oh yeah.
And we've got Mariah and Miley and Fergie and Pink and Beyonce.
I feel like it's all like 90s R&B.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of
90s
those
R&B.
in particular that you want to touch on?
Oh, not really.
No?
Fergie, me and my mom always used to listen to Fergie.
Okay.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah?
She loved the Black Eyed Peas. Yes. Miley Cyrus, I loved Hannah Montana growing up,
Yeah.
And I feel like with my life, it is kind of like the best of both worlds. You like the military and you have the modeling. Like, you can do both.
Yeah.
You don't have to be one or the other.
I really loved when I got turned on to the Party in the USA song. Mostly...
That one, too. It's just fun. It's just a fun song.
I like her voice. I like what she's singing about thematically. But I also really like the synthy kind of, it gives a little bit of... Anyway, there was a very short window where my daughter loved that song. And every time she wanted to hear it, I was like, yeah. Now she's like, Dad, don't.
We've heard this song a million times.
Okay, and then last but not least is D, the can't leave outs. And what I mean by that is like, you got this big chunk or 3 chunks of this playlist nailed down, and you're like, but there's this.
I randomly added in some songs, probably.
So that's why I called it that. 9 songs to bring it home. Megan Maroney, Dan plus Shay.
Oh, Dan and Shay. Those are all country songs, yeah.
Metro Boomin and James Blake.
Those, yeah.
Playboy Cardi and The Weeknd, Maroon 5.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about the addition of those songs as your concluding this awesome playlist.
Yeah. So these songs are my very first fashion show I ever walked in.
Oh wow.
That's what we walked to. Those were the songs. This one, I kind of discussed that on the last
Yeah.
one. Sorry.
That's all right.
This one, we literally just walked to this last night.
Oh really?
This song, yeah.
Nice. So do
Yeah.
you have anytime you do a fashion show, do you have the ability? Do you have autonomy to choose what you walk to, or?
This time we did, yeah. Well, so for my first one, no, because I wasn't really in charge. So this last time I got to pick the music, kind of because I'm the brand manager for the brand. But the last time, no, I was just a model. I had no say in anything. Like there was no communication in general. So I just show up. I put on what they tell me to put on, and I just walk.
Does it ever feel cold when if that's the case? Like, do you ever learn about a gig and now it's booked and you know where and when you're supposed to be there and you show up and you do your thing and then you leave and there's never any kind of warm...
Feels kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like inviting. It's not fun. It's not personable. Yeah. I think the one yesterday was a lot better.
Okay.
It was just a different vibe for sure. It was at the Casey Current Stadium, so it was bigger. I think my first one was in, have you ever heard of the Lowest Ferns? In
Yes.
West Bottoms, that's where the first one was.
I've
my first fashion show
messaged
was
them asking them to come do one of these,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've gotten anywhere yet. But I just discovered it.
Yeah.
Like somebody
It's cool.
somebody had a show there and tagged it. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And
It's
I
a
looked
cool
and I was
place.
like, yo.
Yeah, it's like a little hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even think seeing the outside that's
Yeah.
what's on the inside,
Yeah.
but it's a cool place for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's tough to encapsulate like the fun that it was listening to this in just that little 20-minute window or whatever it was that we were talking about. But I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
You definitely could have been like, I'm not an album person, therefore I don't want to come do this, but
we made it work.
yeah.
Definitely. I'm
So
accommodating.
thank you for sharing it with me. And I wrap with a series of goofy questions.
Okay.
And then we'll get you out of here.
Okay.
And you can go home and be a homebody and sleep.
Yeah.
Which
You can do the same.
I might get a little nap action
Might do the
into.
same.
Okay, so you're given the ability to have a coffee with anyone of your choosing, dead or alive. Uh-huh. Who are you choosing and why?
Like, could just be anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
Probably my grandpa. Honestly.
Okay, mom's or dad's side.
My mom's side. Yeah.
So mom's dad.
Yeah, I think he'd be so proud of like what I've done.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He was in the military.
Nice.
So I think, and he had no idea that I was gonna do that because I didn't either. It was so random, and he obviously wasn't around to like see it. So I think he would be so proud of me.
Cool. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Okay, if we can pretend or imagine that we all have a personal and a professional bucket list.
Okay.
You're given all the necessary resources to go knock out your number one on each of those lists. What are those number ones?
Ooh. Professional. I would love to do New York Fashion Week.
What is New York Fashion Week?
So Kansas City has their own version of Kansas City Fashion Week.
Okay.
But it's a runway. You would walk runway
Sure.
as a model, for sure, for a
wow.
designer. Personal?
Now, let me ask you a question
Yeah.
about that. And if you don't know, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if that were to happen, do you think that you would be on the hook for getting yourself there and taking care of where you're staying, or
No,
would,
I think they would pay for that.
So in theory,
They reimburse you for sure after the fact. I mean, my cousin was just talking to me about this last night.
okay.
She did Texas Fashion Week, and it was like 3 months ago, and she's still waiting on her reimbursement for them. But you have to send like your own invoice and stuff like that. But they will.
For airfare and hotel?
Yeah, so she said with them, it was like she got paired with the designer, and they reach out to you asking like, are you, do you want to walk for this designer for $200 a night or something? And then we reimburse you for your airfare and whatnot, and you just say yes or no. And if you say no, then they go to the next model.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're there, you're probably take your food and
yeah, like while you're there, yeah, like yesterday we were provided like all of our food and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that's a great professional. What's your personal?
Yeah, personal bucket list. I don't know. Just travel more, honestly.
Yeah?
I love traveling. Yeah. If I could go back to Greece, I would definitely go back to Greece. But I want to go somewhere different. I don't know. Dubai or something.
Ooh,
I'd love to go
nice.
to Dubai.
So you can be somebody who's a homebody and loves to travel at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
Okay.
do love to travel because that's like quiet time. It's peaceful to me. I'm not big on like I can go on vacation and like go out and do all the fun activities and shit, but I would much rather sit my ass on the beach and not move.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to ask me for nothing. I don't want to have to go nowhere. I don't want to have to do anything. I
Right.
want to just sit. I want to just eat, drink, and go to bed.
Yeah.
Like that's relaxing to me,
Nice.
you know.
Okay, you're given the opportunity to visit your past self, any age of your choosing. What age are you choosing, and what are you saying?
Probably when I was in high school, I'd probably say 16. That was like a really rough age for me. Probably
Because?
just tell myself that everything's going to be okay. Like, you got it. My parents got divorced when I was 12, I think. 10 or 12, around there.
Okay.
My dad got remarried. It was just weird. It was a weird situation. She was closer in age to me than she was to him. So she was
Dad's
young.
second wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they still?
No.
Okay.
No, it just a lot went on there. My dad and I's relationship wasn't the best for a few years. We didn't speak like my whole time I was overseas.
Damn.
Yeah,
What got you guys on speaking terms again?
I was actually in Greece, which I was in Greece and I had been drinking or something. And I don't know, I kind of came to the realization like he's the only dad I'm ever going to have. So I put my pride aside for a lot when it comes to him. And the woman he's married to now, we get along.
This is number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get along. I don't know if we really see eye to eye on everything, but I get along with her for him.
Yeah.
So he's the only dad I was going to have, so I just put my pride aside and I just, suck it up.
Do you think he ever would have if you hadn't?
No. I don't think so.
That's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Maybe.
good on you.
Maybe.
Right.
But I don't think so, no.
Okay. Wow. Are you aware that at one point there was a television show called Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Hosted by Joe Rogan. You win the prize or whatever by laying in the coffin with the spiders dumped on you or whatever the thing is.
Yep. Or maggots or whatever it is.
I could have gone all day without hearing
Yeah.
that word, but you're right. You're right.
They always have maggots. It's gross.
So this is not that. This is not for reality TV. It's not for a prize. It's real life. You got to get from point A to point B, and in the middle is your biggest heebie-jeebie, willies, outright fear. What is it that you have to get past?
Oh, you're not asking like creatures? Just
Just
anything?
fear,
I don't even know.
gross out, creeps.
This is a weird one. Well, honestly, I hate spiders. Like, I don't do spiders or snakes. Insects kind of period in general. I don't do, which is another thing was so weird. I was in the military. Like, I slept outside. And I know I had spiders on me because I had spider bites. So, I'm like, like they had to have been on me at some point. I don't like spiders. But I don't like hair in drains.
Oh, my God.
And I used to have a lot of hair. Like what girls, their hair goes down the shower drain. You pull it out and it's just, I don't know. It grosses me out. I'm like really weird about textures and shit.
Okay.
I cannot.
So my ex lives at the end of the block, and her folks live 2 blocks over. Her sister lives in Florida, and it's been tough for her to visit lately because their mom and dad are now sleeping separately. And they only have the 2 bedrooms, and they have a cat. So she's allergic to cats, and so when she comes in town, mom's got to do all the laundry, and then they got to figure out, all the bedding in the one room to give to her, and then they have to like sleep together, or he'll like sleep on the floor anyway. And then my ex has 2 cats, so she, so I've said. She comes in town 3 or 4 times a year. You can have my room. I'll sleep down here or in one of the kids, whatever. Oh yeah, okay, I'll consider that. And then she was just in town, and she was like, is that seriously okay? And I was like, yeah, of course. And I was on a dad-daughter float trip in Arkansas. Left that to go to scout camp in Osceola, where my boy was for Visitors Day, and then came home. So like when she came into town, nobody was even here. So, but I was like, oh, let me get my room tidied up, and I'll clean sheets and a towel and blah, all that stuff. And I was, and then my boy didn't come home from camp until she was already gone, so I just slept in his bed. She came when she pleased, but I was really wanting to make sure that my bathroom was nice and clean. Not that it's usually dirty, it's not, but over the years, we have stayed with her in two different places. One was in Denver, and one was in Ireland when she was studying abroad. And both times, we're staying for whatever. And when it's the next morning, and I'm gonna go take a shower, the first place I like turned on the water and got in, and as I am getting in and starting my shower, I'm realizing very quickly that the drain is not draining.
Oh gosh.
And I'm like, what's going on? I try to like stir stuff around with my foot, and then I realized that it's just
Hair.
so much fucking hair.
Ew.
And I was like, oh my.
Gross.
So fast forward, that was wild. Like, that's crazy.
Ew.
Going
gross.
to Ireland, I just had this feeling, because who knows who she's staying with in this place. I threw an extra pair of flip-flops in my
like shower shoes.
Yes. And we get there, and I'm like, there's no way that its bathroom's going to look the way that it did in Denver. That's insane. But I looked, and
He's like, sure, shit enough.
I look. There was fucking 800 pounds of hair.
Ew, what?
So
I'd fucking throw up. I
Well-
was like, we gotta stay somewhere else.
So
No,
I
you
mean,
did not. Did you grab it?
with a Kleenex,
Ooh, I still got fucking again.
and
Ugh.
it's
Yeah.
some of it.
Yeah.
You get that. You can feel it like tangling
Pulling,
in the
yeah.
And then okay, now I got to get in there again, and
Ew.
but I'd rather do that and then get in with some confidence that the water's going to drain
Yeah, true. If you're draining it out,
appropriately.
just like standing in that shit.
And also, I was like,
How has she been showering? Like, what the hell? That's gross.
dude, okay.
Ew.
Here's what's
You're
crazy.
standing in your own dirty ass water.
Here's what's crazy.
Ew.
And I didn't, I still needed to. She basically would like when she stayed here. She would kind of like wake up and get ready and leave and do whatever for the day. And she went out every night. So she would come home late, and I would be down here editing and whatever.
Yeah.
But I needed at least once a day to get in and out of there. I showered in there, and my clothes are in there, and blah blah blah. When we got back into town, the towel that I'd put out, like gave her a towel and a hand towel and a washcloth. The towel was draped over the bathroom door. Like just kind of on the edge there, and I was like, okay, cool. Like she feels at home enough to, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then the second, third, fourth, fifth day, it didn't move ever again, and I was like,
Stop it.
and
She didn't shower?
not only did she not shower,
That's what it looks like.
Side note, my daughter is 14. She's going to be 15 in December. She's going to be a freshman in like less than a month, which is crazy. She has been, unfortunately, because of the world that we live in and the TikToks and blah, fucking insane into products. She has 47 skincare.
Yeah, of course.
The shower you get in her shower.
Yeah.
Which
a million shampoos, conditioners,
it's
body
like,
wash,
do
body
7
scrubs.
people share this fucking, and it's whatever. I'll tolerate it. I got her a vanity.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So she has a thing to sit at with a light, and
Do her makeup and
she
hair
can
and
plug
whatever.
her her straightener in or curler in. But I've always been pretty heavily anti-perfume because it kind of makes me nauseous. I just don't like. I've never been like, wow, that one smells really good. They're all just kind of like. So she hates this, but she has to ask if she can put some on, because I'm like, I don't think that you need to be at 14. You don't. most of the things you're doing, you don't need to be doing every day before you leave the house. With all the products and the scrubs and the this, that, and the other. But I'll let, and she has to ask if she's going to put on
Makeup.
not
Mascara.
yeah mascara or eyeliner, one of the, whatever. Social, I'll say, you know what? Yeah, it's fine, but just do one, and go do it in the bathroom because I don't want to go into your room and fucking smell perfume. Mm-hmm. And she's hating, but she'll do it. Say that to say that initially I thought she showered the first time. I still think she did. She might have just
like maybe she just sprayed perfume.
Well, she might have like washed and then towel dried. But that towel did not move, and she put on so much fucking perfume that I was like thinking, okay, I had to go in there and shower and get my clothes for the day, and let's hustle.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand the smell. And when she left, it was just a few weeks ago. So when she left, it was hot as fuck out. I opened up all the windows and turned the fan on high and left the house for the day. And,
oh my gosh, to air it out.
Yeah, because it was just every day. I'm like, I'm a dude, okay? So I've never walked around a day in a woman's body, but I have an idea of what's going on, and you're covering up a whole bunch of...
I mean, hit the hot spots at least. Come on, girl. Oh my God.
But I was so...
grossed out.
Like, I'm going to, make sure that my shower is super clean.
So she knows what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, and then I was like, did you even get in there?
And then did you even use it? Yeah.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
That's so funny.
Okay, all right. So we covered the Fear Factor one. Last but not least, please complete this for me.
Yeah.
The world would immediately become a better place in which to live if only...
If only... I don't know. People were nicer.
I love it. That's a great answer.
People were nicer. We wouldn't... Yeah.
Yeah.
People were nicer.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Hanna Nicole.
Yeah. That was fun.
H-A... It's 3 N's and 3 C's.
Yeah. I had another Instagram. I got hacked last year.
Oh.
I know.
What was behind it, do you think?
I don't know. Spam bots. I don't know. It told me they were going to deactivate my Instagram account. My dumbass logged into something and bam, it just like blew up. Had it since 2016.
Oh,
so now
shit. Damn.
We're rebuilding. Yeah, this is all new.
So,
new.
hand.nick on Instagram, HXF .apparel on Instagram. You're the brand manager for HXF.
Lavish
and then
KC. And then True Scope.
HannNicoleModel.caviar.site on the web. And you just said what? True Scope?
The True Scope, yeah.
Which is the house.
The Notary and Home.
Notary and Home.
Company. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lavish Picnics.
Lavish
KC.
Picnics.
Yeah.
Any other plugs?
No.
No?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
for the Herbalife stuff?
Right. Which is to be...
I have a link for that, though, in my link tree.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything that you had hoped that we would cover but did not?
We covered a lot.
Yeah.
We did. It was good. No, I don't think so.
Well, I really appreciate it. I've felt bad because you've been fighting the yawns over there for the last half hour or so.
No, you're totally
No,
fine.
I know that you want to go home and sleep. So
you're totally fine.
Been trying to keep a decent pace.
Yeah, no, you're good. That was good. It all worked out.
I appreciate it. It was nice to meet
you.
you, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon. That was fun.